Eisen Show. What was your welcome to the NFL moment, Tyrann?
I mean,
what was that? You got one?
I had a few of them. Playing against Anquan Bolden, as a 21-year-old, and I think if anybody remember Anquan, I mean, he was just the symbol of a grown man. So that was tough at times. I think playing against Marshawn Lynch, I had a few moments, with him, but I'll probably
You
say.
mean like a business decision or two? Is that what you're saying with him?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a business decision.
Okay.
As much as I really think he kind of took it easy on me on that play because I was expecting him to kind of drop his shoulder on me, and he didn't. But by the time I opened my eyes back up, he wasn't there. So,
okay. That's Marshawn. But I'm sorry, you were about to say your welcome to the NFL moment would be what?
I think back to my first NFL game, Rich, and we playing against the old St. Louis Rams. And, we out there in St. Louis and, we kind of in like this 2-man coverage. And, Jared Cook catches the ball. And, I mean, it's nothing in front of him but paint, and I'm kind of like on the left side, kind of behind him, behind the play, I should say. And by the time he got to the end zone, I had met him there and I had got the football out. And I just remember making that play, Rich, and obviously going back to the sideline, right, and just kind of seeing the excitement of like Larry Fitzgerald and like Bruce Arians and just everybody that really believed in me, because obviously a few months before that, I mean these were all question marks. These were like all red flags, and I just remember that moment like so vividly, just coming to the sideline and like seeing everybody's excitement. Like, man, I knew it. Like, I knew he was gonna do that. Like, I knew he was a good player, right? And man, that fed me. That really did make me want to do more of it.
I love it, Tyrann. I love it. And you mentioned Arians. He was your first coach, right?
Yeah.
You had a stop in Houston. Bill O'Brien was the coach there, but Romeo Crennel, your DC. Then you go to Kansas City. You have Andy Reid. You go to New Orleans, right? You have Sean Payton on the very back end, right? I mean, you've been blessed with some serious HCs. Tyrann,
man.
in your days.
Rich. I tell people because people ask me, right, and I think my instincts and just awareness and really space awareness. I think it was all great, really throughout my career. But I'd be remiss if I don't, remind people that of the coaches that I've had and. Like how they empowered me and how they believed in me. And I think it all started with Bruce Arians and, Ty Bowles and Nick Rapone, Kevin Ross, like that whole staff really did empower me. And I felt like a great player. And, when I went to Houston, I think, Bill O'Brien was definitely one of those coaches that encouraged me, that really did believe in my leadership and playmaking ability, and having been coached by Romeo Crennel, right? Like I mean, this guy he probably won so many Super Bowls he don't even have like any fingers left,
right.
So having that type of experience, man, meant the world to me, and man, I don't think enough can be said about Coach Reed and Coach Spags, man, and what they provided me and what they allowed me to do, and how they let me, represent their team and their scheme. I think I was the face of it, for a few years, and that meant the world to me. And I think to be able to come back home and play for the Saints and, even beyond the field, right? Like when I think of the Saints, Rich, I think of, not just football. I think of like community. I think of Hurricane Katrina. I think the impact that organization had on, my city, my state for so long, man. Like they've always been like a pillar in our community. And I think being able to represent, that football team, man, that really did was like the icing on the cake for me, as far as like this professional, journey that I've been on.
And for you to hang it up after playing 3 seasons in your hometown for the hometown team, for the hometown crowd, in front of people, I'm sure that you go way back with like a car seat. I mean, that's the dream come true. That's what you're looking for.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.